There was no Dunfermline game this weekend, and if I'm being honest, it felt like a wee bit of fresh air for me. But anyway, here we go. The last word. Now, this point I'm about to make is in no way allocated to every single Alloa fan, because maybe I was just a bit unlucky with the Alloa fans that I stood next to yesterday. But honestly, this group of wee Alloa fans were honestly moaning for about 70% of the game about Jim Goodwin and the decisions that he makes and how they think that that is affecting where Alloa are in the league. And for all that might be slightly true, I think the expectations need to be lowered just slightly. At the end of the day, Alloa are where they are, and I don't think anyone would have really expected them to be in any different type of position coming into this time in the season. No doubt they've played well so far this season, but I still think that it's quite realistic to see Alloa sitting, 9th in the table, and only a couple of points away from being sitting 7th. The guy that sarcastically said the wee remark to Jim Goodwin at full time yesterday by saying this. As I said, maybe just lower your expectations a wee bit. Last word, realism. Ray McKinnon's certainly doing his bit to try and get himself out of Fraud FC, eh? His signings in January haven't exactly made Falkirk Barcelona overnight or anything like that, but they certainly look like they've got more fight about them nowadays. So maybe, in a couple of months' time, I'll have to really consider whether Ray McKinnon is still in Fraud FC or not. Obviously the main reason for him going in here was his whole debacle with leaving Morton. Is that a good enough reason to leave him in, even if he does get out of the relegation problems with Falkirk? And God forbid, finishes above Dunfermline. Because at the moment, they're only 1 point behind us. What time is it? It really is squeaky bum time now. Last word, nervous. Due to various different reasons, both Barnsley and Leeds scored goals in the 111th minute of their respective games yesterday. And I suppose that's what it's all about, eh? Fighting to the bitter end. Never giving up. Last word, quite simply, late. Quick disclaimer to Leeds player Jack Clark. He went down ill during the second half of their game yesterday, and that's how their game went on for like 10-11 minutes after the 90th minute. But apparently, he's responding well to treatment in hospital now, so all is good. Little old Luton, eh? They're on fire right now. 19 games unbeaten down in England in League One. They kept their run going yesterday with a 3-0 home win against Wycombe. They're sitting in first right now, and they're 9 points clear of the team that sits in third place, and that is obviously the closest position to the top of the table for the promotion playoff places. It really is an incredible run that they're on, and it's got to be respected. Last word, commendable. From one team firing all cylinders to another, and this time it's the Red Devils. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is making it very, very, very difficult for the Man United board to not give him the job on a permanent basis at the end of the season. I backed Pochettino at first when Mourinho was first sacked, but I think I'm having second thoughts about that one. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer all the way for me right now. He's deserved it. Man United are back in the top 4 at time of recording. Last word, back. QPR versus Birmingham. Now, here's a game full of action. Birmingham City's Che Adams scores a hat-trick and Harley Dean grabs a goal to send them 4-0 up away from home in the first half away to QPR. Then the second half comes along. QPR score once, and again, and again. And then they get a penalty in the 94th minute or something like that. They missed it. You really would be crying in your sleep last night if you were a QPR fan, eh? But I suppose you couldn't say the game wasn't this. Last word, dramatic. Southampton 1, Cardiff 2. They're doing it for Emiliano Sala, and that really was some result to do it with. A late goal from Kenneth Zohore saw them take the 3 points away from Southampton yesterday, and what a result that could prove to be at the end of the season. It saw them jump ahead of Southampton and out of the relegation places. Meanwhile, Southampton ended the day in those exact same relegation places that Cardiff found themselves jumping out of after the 2-1 win. But as I said before, Cardiff City, they're doing it for Salah. Last word, meaningful. Kilmarnock versus Rangers. Now, this one was a 0-0, so let's be honest, I'm not here to talk about the game. The elephant in the room, Jermaine Defoe seems to have taken a dive for the second time in a week, and as you all know, he's a Good Guys FC member. I let him off when he did it the first time against St Mirren last weekend because it did kind of look like that he didn't actually call for the penalty himself, and I'm not entirely sure if he did this time either. But twice in a week, Jermaine? Really? Really? He's not necessarily in Good Guys FC for the on the pitch stuff, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt since he had this to say on the fans up here in Scotland. Obviously, Rangers fans in particular, but just in general, the Scottish game and the ambition that the fans show up here.
I mean, I've had so many messages from people, some of my ex-teammates, and they've been watching the games and stuff like that, and they even say, wow, the fans there look unbelievable, and it's just like, it's quite overwhelming, to be honest.
Last word, let off. But please, Jermaine, please, just don't do it again. A classic tie over in Spain as Atletico and Real took part in the Madrid derby. A memorable milestone for Gareth Bale as he scored his 100th goal for Real Madrid, and Sergio Ramos, the centre-back, scored his 106th goal as they came away from the Wanda That's a handful of a stadium name. The Wanda Metropolitano Stadium with a 3-0 win in the Madrid derby. Got there in the end. And to make things even better for Real, they now jump ahead of Atletico in La Liga. But the last word for this one is mainly down to the Gareth Bale milestone of 100 goals. Last word, landmark. And finally, the only Scottish Cup tie that I'm going to cover in this video, where I'm actually going to talk about the game itself, where Dundee United beat St Mirren. Nicholas Clark on the score sheet, United through to the quarter-finals of the Scottish Cup, and that's their first win in Paisley for a good while now. United must have made about 10 signings in January, so is that Robbie Neilson finally able to get it right with United now that he's got his own players and his own team? Last word. Right, I'll admit I've had a bit of a malfunction with this one because when I was writing all the last words down for this video, I forgot to write down the last word for this point and only this point. So I'm going off the bat with it and it's really uncreative, so I apologise. Through. On the flip side, by the way, what has happened to St Mirren in the last year? That's it for this video, guys. Cheers for watching. If you did enjoy, please give it a If you did enjoy, please give it a like, comment down below anything you thought, and also if you were at a game yesterday, what was your last word for that game? And also, subscribe for more of this type of content. And I'll see you in the next video. I might actually be doing a video every single day this week because I'm off college for a week. So, I know I said that I would be taking breaks and stuff like that, but I quite enjoy being back for a bit and then it'll go back to normal after I go back to college. I'm just going to take advantage of this week off, I think. But aye, until whatever video comes next, I'll see you then. Cheers, guys.
Did you tell me about that?
I was going to.